referring to or will be referring to, because I did share with them some sort of content tracker documentation explaining what the content tracker is, the different parts of the content tracker, and what those parts
This,
hold.
mhm.
So I don't know, this the guide that you're referring to. What difference would it be from that?
So is this would be for the board that Ross is putting together, which is basically takes all of the components and displays them on a board for them to be able to, excuse me, for them
Okay.
to be able to understand what each of the components are, and that these components are modules, and the modules have a name, that they will be named in the CMS. And when the content uploading, be able to use this module, and they can add content using this module. This is what it will look like, and how there are various different modules that they can choose from when they're uploading content, and this is what they will look like if they're inputting content. So to tie in with the content tracker and how users will be adding content to the site, this guide, this board is like a
Right. Okay. So
fail-safe way of stamping how the content will be laid out.
okay. So looking at the board now, where you've got the W, the first one you're on, and the second one the W. Let's go for the first one, row. Now you have the same name for different formats. So if you like the one below is still has the same name here. So is Ross going to select all three of them still have it four actually? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So is Ross going to name it how it's going to be in the CMS?
Exactly.
The, then haven't we? Isn't that the sheet that Will sent, or is that a different one?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Okay. So
So when they're looking at this, they're able to say, okay, this is actually what its name is going to be in the CMS, so that they see the two together. Do you see what I mean? So that
yeah,
if
yeah,
you were to look, yeah,
yeah, that makes sense. So but the guide is what today exactly. So this is it, I'm guessing. But
it is,
then
yes, yeah.
if you look at row five, where is the CMS name? Is that what's called the design name? Is that what the name is going to be in the CMS? I would have thought we might have a different title for it so that they can understand.
See, WYSIWYG row. So this is just, the WYSIWYG is the editor. Maybe WYSIWYG row with video module. Got that. Video row, video module. There's obviously different layouts, so we'll need to have different. So this is one module with various layouts, basically.
Yeah.
So within this module, we're able to make lots of different layouts. So we'd need to have all the layouts listed out. So, excuse me, the
So like
big row.
so we've got that one, and so we've got like what, six different layouts? One, two, three,
Mm-hmm.
for the WYSIWYG row.
Yeah.
Seven actually, more than.
So actually, this is. Let me make notes here. This is times 7 layouts. So we'd need to detail what those are. I wonder if we need Will on this, just to confirm that we can whether we can label these like WYSIWYG row 1, row 2.
And
Oh,
yeah,
so these have got names for with anchor links. With video
video module.
module. Okay, with icons. black background. Okay. And then
So now
this
what is
one,
this? It's with
this should be card format, really. This should
yeah,
be,
I would have thought this looks like a card format.
yeah.
And then what is this? It just says WYSIWYG Road. It looks like what two content, what, just two content layout,
Yeah, like two card
two
layout
card.
maybe, but then these
Then
are
this
all
is
sort of card layouts, but it doesn't really define them that well.
and these are all
Um,
modules.
yeah,
So
I think grow with that.
how would they know? Yeah, so we need to give it a name in the CMS that they're going to be used to or they would know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I think we just have to name them. I think we should name them layout 1, layout 2. Because yes, it says WYSIWYG row here, but this is also a
WYSIWYG
WYSIWYG
Row.
row.
And the one
Um,
above has maybe like an image and a text. Yeah, there's yeah, like this one, the second one, yeah. So yeah, it says got an
yeah,
image and a text section.
yeah, yeah. So these all need to be different. Tricky. Hmm. Yeah, so they don't have. Yeah, it's not straightforward, is it? So I would put this as layout 1, 2, 3.
It's okay. So layout 3, what in the CMS, what would it be called? What
It would be called WYSIWYG row. There we go.
WYSIWYG Row? And what mod is a module, but what is it used for? What section? I mean, I don't know. They'll have to choose about because I'm just going by what I recall in the CMS. You have like the text and image module. You have the yeah. So that's what is in the CMS, but this doesn't. With the WYSIWYG Raw, it doesn't explain it in the terms of how it is in the CMS or how it'll be easier for them to use or understand.
Yeah, so true. I think this is the naming convention that Ross has given. So it should really be describing what.
It does.
Well, we've always had this sort of what should we name it as, and sometimes it's described in a way that it lays out layouts are displayed, but I think this does make sense. I think it does make sense because this is a link grid.
Yeah.
Maybe this should be called I don't know. I don't know if there is an ideal name for this because it does so many things, and it's not necessarily a 2-card layout or a 3-card layout. It's all edited through the WYSIWYG editor.
When you say it's edited through, so it's edited to whatever layout they want, so they can have it as a 2-card, 3-card.
Yeah, exactly. Through the WYSIWYG editor, which is just like a text. Maybe it could be renamed text, content, and image module,
Yeah.
which just covers everything, isn't it?
Yeah, that sounds more understandable from especially people who probably don't have much experience, and it's easier to get it
Yeah.
because this probably sounds very sort of technical to understand the WYSIWYG and all of that. These ones are a bit more forms are
Shall I ask
straightforward.
Ross? Yeah. You can quickly ask Ross and see if he's free now to just talk through the naming conventions.
Okay, yeah. So if we can all hop on the call. So maybe text him and we can have the call on the channel.
I've just messaged him in the PM, but we can move to that channel. Or I can invite him to this channel and we can chat.
Okay, all right, cool, if you can.
Yeah.
But then isn't that what we had on the screen you shared where Will labeled him? What was that? The modules list.
Yeah, so it's going to be just a description of what the modules are, and then logging into the CMS to display, I guess, just to go through quickly and look at how. We don't want to go into like too much information, but then we also want to give them enough information to be able to populate content themselves. Let's see if we can find.
Isn't that the training Alex is having with them?
Yeah, but I guess when they're giving yeah, you're right. That is a big part of it, and then adding I think it's just to say this is how the pages look, so that they don't get to this and think, oh my gosh, what the hell's this? So you would say, this is a page, this is where you add a page, and then in the page you'll find a list of modules like so.
Isn't that the WordPress user guide?
But we're not giving them the guide until months time. I think like a month or 6 weeks.
Okay.
Do you see what I mean? So when they start content uploading in about 6 weeks, they look at the modules and then they've got the content tracker and they've got the site information, the old site information, content, written content, whatever it is, and they're going to add that into this page here. And then they'd have to have an idea of how to use the CMS for the first time. So when they log in and they're like, this is foreign to me, let me figure out how to create pages. And we're saying, this is how you add a module. This is what the module looks like. And this is how to find it in the page. This is what a video module looks like and how to add. I don't think we don't want to give them too much information though, for sure. But something is better than nothing, isn't it? It's better to say these are the basics on how to create content on a page.
Yeah.
This is a hero module. This is where the URL sits. And that's, giving them the basics for that. And then this is how you save a page.
Yeah, because I did this for CRGH and shared it with them. And then we had, Alex now had a session with them, training them, saying all this. But we then sent the guide, the WordPress guide, to them so they could go back and read it. Which is what I'm thinking this is what you're referring to as well.
Yeah, because we're not giving them
a WordPress guide.
Yeah, for a little while. This just says these are the modules that will be available. This is what they look like. Choose from this selection here.
Okay.
And then we're not going to go into detail on how to use each of the modules. We're just going to say this is what's available. And then this is how you create a page, something like that. Yeah. It just says that they're not looking at this for the first time and thinking, oh my gosh, where am I going? Where do I go to make a page and build out content?
Okay.
you see what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
And it just, it doesn't have to be
Too
heaps of
detailed.
information. It needs to be the basics.
Okay, alright, cool. But then
Yeah.
it's just the naming of the content, the modules that I'm not quite sure how we're going to
Yeah.
name them from what it is on Figma to what it would be in the CMS.
No, Ross hasn't replied to me,
Yeah.
so I think he's worked on
Okay.
something.
Anyway, we've got
And he's
till we've got till afternoon. So whenever he gets back, then maybe we can hop on another call. If rather than us just waiting, and then let's just carry on working on the tracker. Yep.